What is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have our first OP03 match with myself on the right hand side, starting us off with the Nami and Endeavor on the left, running that law. Endeavor swinging 5 at life here, and we're gonna see the Impel Down All-Stars off trigger, draw 2 cards. Just a quick way to cycle through the deck. Essentially a useless card in my hand, just pretty much just discard fodder, and that's essentially it. But yeah, and if you don't know what Nami does, Nami's ability is that if you mill yourself to 0, you actually get to win the game. Really cool game mechanic, and you're gonna see me for 4 drop the Belmir. Belmir also being a really good card, swinging into life, and you see I'm going to counter out of it with the Crocodile, and you see here he's going to pay 5 to bring the law to throw down the Zoro and passing, not actually attacking here. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to 6, and we're going to play the Najiko to bounce the law back to hand, attaching 2 to the Belmir, swinging 7k into life. If this goes through, I get to discard the top 7 cards, and it does. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards in the trash, 7 cards closer to winning by deck out. I'm going to go ahead and tap, add 1, swing into life. He's going to counter out of it with the 2, and passing with 1 open here. Really cool with Belmir here is Belmir dies, I actually get to discard the top 3 cards in my deck. So even if she gets rid of, she's, somewhat useful. She's also a 1k counter. Najiko, on the other hand, she's a 0k attacker, so she's essentially useless. But we're gonna see the Otama here dropping Belmir to a 3k, swinging 5 into 3, and I really want to keep her alive. If I get another swing on board, that'd be pretty insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap 1 here to play the new event card called Gum Gum Gavel, Gum Gum Giant Gavel. I'm gonna go ahead and give it +4 by discarding a card from my hand and trashing 2 cards from the top of my deck. So and he's gonna go ahead and play the Otama, then swing into it, and that's for sure gonna go down. Playing the Curly Dodon here, revealing top 5 for the Nami. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, this law is still an OP02 law. I just kind of wanted to see how it stands up against my Nami. How does it fare? And I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Nami is extremely big brain. This deck is freaking insane to pilot. It is so difficult. It's rough. But we see here Law playing out the Nami ability off effect here, and let's see what he's gonna grab off the top 5, and it looks like he's gonna grab the Radical Beam. Interesting enough, of course, Nami has that game mechanic of winning by deck out, but also she can just win by just normal, like attacking life and swinging into lead. But now you see myself having a ton of event cards in hand. That's the point of this deck. You have to have a ton of event cards to then just counter your way out of it so you can last a little longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing 6k, and he's just gonna counter out of it with the 2k, tapping 4 to throw another Belmir out, and it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I need the Open Dawn for the rest of my, of course, from my event cards to stay alive. So yeah, and we're gonna see the Jet Pistol coming down. Ability here, trashing top 3 to on KO, which is still really nice to get some sort of value even though she dies. You hate to see the double Love Beam though, that's kind of nasty, but I bet it is gonna happen. So swinging 5k into lead here, and I'm gonna go ahead and tap 1 to throw the Usopp Rubber Band here to give it +2k, and I trash a card, and then I trash the top 2 cards of my deck, I believe. And I'm sorry, it's just 1 card actually. It's just trash 1 card. Funny enough, you don't actually trash the card from your hand. You just tap 2. You tap the 1, gains +2k, and you trash a card. So me over here getting confused by all the abilities, and we're gonna see the swing hitting the Brick Fist. I'm gonna go ahead and return the Zoro. I mistakenly should have returned the Najiko because I could have returned the Law again, which is kind of busted, but we're gonna go ahead and see the Desert Spotter here, revealing top 3 to rearrange in any order. I'm telling you, this deck has like you have to make sure you rearrange the top of your deck, as well as figuring out what 1k counters to bounce and what not to bounce. And this is kind of nuts. And we see here Endeavor just popping off with the Law, tapping 2 to bring back the Law, to then throw down the Nami, searching top 5. I mean, man, this guy is going nuts over here. Swinging 5k into lead, and I'm currently sitting at 3 life, and I'm gonna go ahead and desert spot it out. I already know what it is, so there's really no point in searching the top 3. And you see myself getting the breakfast. I'm going to add 1 here, swinging 6 over the Zoro. Honestly, I was not expecting it for it to go down, but it does go down. I'm gonna go ahead and tap 4 here to another Belmir, and with 5 else open, I'm gonna go ahead and breakfast and bounce the Najiko here, tapping 2 to bounce back the Law. I need to slow him down a little bit, as well as taking down the Law is just kind of a big deal. That's a free 6k swing no matter what with that Law on board, and I'm trying to not die here. So of course this is super early testing. I mean, you know, it's rough out here. So he's gonna go ahead and put the Machino effect, giving +3 to the Nami, swinging 5k into lead, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it. You see here me getting the Mr. 2 and swinging 7k into lead. You hate to see it, but me thinking about triggering, we're gonna do Sanji's Pilaf, drawing 2 cards off trigger. Very good card, super good card. It is a 3 cost, which is a bit hefty, but it is so good. So we're gonna see 7k swinging into lead, and you see me thinking about tossing 2 cards, and yeah, you see me tossing 2 cards. I'm actually extremely afraid that he can just OTK me here. So he's gonna swing 5k into lead, and I have to take it. I don't have anything in my hand to counter out of it. I have a Deathwing as well as a Breakfast, and you see me here, and that is an overheat. I'm deciding whether I want to bounce it. My character, or actually a friend of mine off screen, is like, yo, that Najiko, you gotta bounce that Najiko. And me thinking to myself, look, dude, literally, if this man has a Zoro in his hand right now, I just lose. If he has a Restand Law, I just lose. So instead of doing the Najiko, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce the Curly, just because I want to slow him down. He has to waste Dawn to bring back another 2 characters to then Shambles, and we see him doing that, dropping 2, shambling here. He's picking up, looks like a red card. Yes, it is the Machino to swing another Law. Crazy enough, he did have the Restand Law. Now he's just going to search for the top 5, but Endeavor did indeed in hand have game, but he did not know that because obviously I have 1 open. So kind of insane here. Now he has 2 blockers live, and I currently have a Deathwing, a Breakfast, and I'm not too sure what I just drew. I don't quite remember. Let's see if we'll see it here. But of course I have the 10 life here. I'm gonna go ahead and swing 6k into the Law here, and he's gonna counter out of it, attaching 1 to the Belmir, swinging 6k into it. He's gonna go ahead and block it with the Capone, and you see me here separating 7 Dawn, because I need that Dawn very desperately. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pass with 8 open, which is kind of nuts. That's a lot of cards, but we're gonna see a Machino play here again, trashing the top 3 cards in my deck, and we see more Sanji's Pilaf. Me counting the rest of the deck of cards in my deck, hoping to God I am close, and I am currently sitting at 11 cards in deck. Let's see if I can make it here, if I can survive. 6k, we're gonna go ahead and tap 3, tap 2, sorry, for the overheat, bouncing the Nami. He does get a search for that Zoro or for anything he wants, but I want to slow him down for that Shambles, like I keep saying. But I'm gonna go ahead and tap 3 here for the Deathwing. I only have 1 card in hand, so I gotta draw another one. Knowing what my next card is already, it looks like it's the Gum Gum card as well. So we're gonna see 7k swinging into lead, tapping 2 for another overheat, bouncing the Machino because I really don't have a choice, and we're gonna see tapping 1 here for a Okay, so we see the Chopper, then we see the Makino, we see the one here, and we see the Nami, of course. Nami, all he needs to see is a Zoro. Can I survive one more turn, please? We see the Brook Shambles here off of Law ability. He's gonna go ahead and grab the Makino. Makino grabbing back the Law, and now he has to make the decision whether to swing into life for 7k. He has one open, looks like, and yeah, swinging 7k into lead here, and he just wins. I do not have anything. Endeavor takes this one, so yeah, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP03 content coming out soon. See ya.